What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a sequel, actually. So you may recall, I think like 3 or 4 years ago, there was a survival game that came out that was called Dismantled. Well, the developers of that game made enough money that they were able to stay in business, and they've been working on a title called Dysplaced, where you're a guy that's kind of like the Avatar, from how I've had it explained to me. This is going to be an old-ass reference, but like you're kind of like the Avatar from the Ultima series. They summon you to their realm to be the hero that solves all of their problems. I always kind of felt bad for the Avatar, dude. Like in Ultima 6, he was just chilling in his living room watching Jeopardy, eating pizza, and all of a sudden he's teleported onto a demonic altar. You know what I mean? That seems like a lot of trouble. Like, who would actually want to be the Avatar? I'd be like, oh my god, Lord British, can you stop bothering me? But anyways, before I get off on a side tangent, today we're going to be taking a look at Dysplaced. The developers fired it over this morning, and so I'm interested in taking a look at it. I like the first game well enough. So if after watching this you wanted to get Displaced for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. That kind of sounded like I was gonna abduct you or something, like, hey, you want to get abducted? You want to get displaced? But aside from that, you can also find a bunch of other Nerd Castle links down there just in case you wanted to give them the old saucy click. But before I waste our entire 30 minutes of time together, let's go ahead and jump on into the game, and I'll talk about the things that I like, the things that I don't like, and give you my first impressions round about the end of the video. All right, let's get it. We do have some character creation options that we can play around with here at the beginning of the game, male and female characters, a number of different personalizations you can make. Luckily for me, it essentially started me out on the guy that I'm perfectly fine with playing, so I really didn't have to do that much fiddling. This is gonna move fast, I can tell already.
Breaking now. The roadway into Bleak Marsh has caved in, creating a hazardous situation. Witnesses describe eerie lights and unusual sounds coming from the collapse zone. Officials are advising everyone in the vicinity to remain indoors and steer clear of the area.
So I kind of noticed that we have a problem here straight off the rip, my man. So we got to turn off lights to save electricity, review our bills, fix the dripping bathroom faucet, and then check out the leak inside of the ceiling. That's exactly what I was going to bring up. We've got a little bit of a fixer-upper on our hands right now. Just as a roofing specialist, this right here is real bad. If you're catching water in a bucket and it's making it through the insulation, it's coming down through the ceiling, causing bubbling, my man, you're about to have a lot of dry rot issues, and my heart goes out because it is not going to be cheap. Let's investigate. Maybe I can afford to fix this next month. At least the bucket is working. All right, where's that leaky faucet at? Leaky faucet's in the bathroom, right? Faucet's dripping again because of course it is. Well, that means you gotta put a new O-ring in there, man. You gotta pull that thing and take care of business. What do we have to, oh, the bills are on the tape. That is a scary pile of bills right now. I'm heading into tax season at the moment as a self-employed person, so I currently live in a constant state of just terror at the IRS's retribution. Endless bills and unpaid taxes. I'll make do somehow. It sounds like maybe teleporting to a different realm may actually solve our problems in a lot of ways. If you can't fix it, run from it. That's what I've been doing my whole life. What other lights do we have around here that I've got to turn off? Maybe this one over here? Yeah. All right, so we've got all of our initial stuff done, and I think we... Okay, yeah, I hear the sounds of moaning and groaning coming from my backyard. Probably not ideal. Oh, we gotta grab the baseball bat first. Yeah, the conveniently placed baseball bat. Oh, we're going outside without the baseball bat. I saw the glow that they put on the baseball bat, so I figured we were gonna go straight into defensive mode. Nothing there. Take a look at the front yard. I'm gonna take a look. Definitely inside the realm of abnormal. We seem to have a very serious crabgrass problem. Give me this baseball bat. I gotta bonk something. Can I bonk it through the door? Oh! Come here, Guardian, you're in danger. Guardian, you must come with me. Our worlds are in danger. A portal is being torn between dimensions at an unimaginable cost. I can imagine the cost right now. Do you understand how much it's going to cost me to get this laminate replaced? The number is going up. I can imagine quite a large number, like Han Solo. There's no time to hesitate. You are the final hope. Step through before all is lost. I don't know, chat. Would you do it? Would you go through the giant blue portal in your living room? I mean, with this many bills and this many problems and a baseball bat, why not, dude? Send it. This place seems quite a bit more picturesque than where I was. This may actually be an upgrade. I imagine the journey was disorienting. With the aid of the Watchers, I brought you here to stand against the eternal threat. The sacred amphoras were drained to reach you with their contents now spent. There is no return path, at least not yet. What was consumed cannot be reclaimed. Follow the path behind me, the one the darkness has not yet touched. At its end will stand a portal. This crystal will grant you passage through. Questions press heavily on your mind, and that's to be expected. The others are waiting beyond the portal, and they will tell you what must be known. They gave us the Cyan Portal Crystal. Fair enough. It seems they think I'm some kind of guardian. Starting to regret jumping through a magic portal. Yeah, well, you're the one that did it, my man. I guess you could sort of claim that it was predestined because I forced you to do it, but we've landed in a strange world carrying 1,000 questions. Okay, we'll give you my 100 XP, I suppose. It's better than nothing. What is this right here? A world map. All right, well, I mean, we're on the right road right now, so, like, let's head this way. Bust up these crates real fast. I was hoping we'd have some form of cleaving, but nope. Doesn't look like it. On the upshot, though, for an inanimate object, they're feeding us up some decent XP right now. It's a little nippy outside at the moment, like 40 degrees. That's a little tiny bit chilly, at least for my California ass. I'm like, that's definitely a little bit more on the chilly side. We're almost at freezing. There's not quite yet frost on the grass, but seems like it's trying to get there. I can jump over that. Bust up a few more crates for a few more resources, and then I suppose we'll head to the southwest. What does that say? You can run by holding shift. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're putting a little speed in it. We got ourselves an apple. You know, I've never considered an apple to be tanky, but I suppose that it is. I just consider apples to be apples. What's inside it here? A pajama shirt. I'll take it, I suppose. Maybe I can sell it or something. But I've already got my chill clothing on, so I'm not so sure that I need my gym jams right now, man. And then, of course, the portal. Activate the portal to Kamai. All right, well, let's ka-fly, I suppose. See, now this place seems like it sucks quite a bit more than the last place that we were in. Like, this place has a much more dirty, sort of orangey thing going on. It invokes anxiety. The last place made me feel kind of relaxed. This place, not so much. I'm gonna gather up all this wood real quick. I am pleased to report that I've gathered up every resource that I possibly can around here. It looks like we got a new map we gotta take a look at. So, we gotta go to the southwest a little bit. I think I can live with that. Let's head to the southwest. Anything? Okay, I thought the chest might be lootable. I am a treasure hound at the end of the day. I do enjoy my treasures. I don't want to get... dude, we're just wearing, like, Van Slippies right now. Those are my foot apparel of choice. I have, like, 10 pairs of them in all different colors. They're, like, the only shoe that I wear. For a little while, I tried to mix it up, but, like, this is not how it was meant to begin. We were meant to meet my kin here. The Watchers gathered to receive you. The cult struck before they could prepare. For now, I'll be your guide. Your journey has only just begun, and I still believe we can shape its ending together. One of the Watchers endured the attack, a high-ranking one. He was taken or driven off. I cannot yet tell. What matters is that he did not fall here. Okay. That our guy right there? Can I take those sweet-ass magic robes? I have leveled up, and I can learn stuff by a campfire. Okay, well, let's gather up all these logs real quick, and then we'll take a look and see what progression looks like inside the confines of this game. This is my stash. Gotcha. So I'm going to put the PJs in there, because I don't think I'm going to need them. As far as the workbench goes, there's all sorts of tools here, and I might be able to utilize them. What does this say? The Ritual. We've managed to uncover the last working portal to Centricos and have reached the mythical wellspring. The 6 amphoras have been bound to the Ritual Circle. Our fate depends now on the success of the Ritual. This moment might very well be our last chance to stem the tide and defeat the eternal threat. Alright, well, let's just camp it up real fast. The fire's been made, so let's camp. It's burning the wrong color, though. I don't know, that makes me think there's some kind of I don't know, dude. It makes me feel like there's some kind of toxic gas or something coming out of it, but whatever. Knowledge tree. There's quite a bit here that we're going to have to take a look at. I'm guessing it wants me to go for this one right here. So this is going to unlock a stone axe. All right, go ahead and unlock it, I guess. And then this one over here, yeah, let's go ahead and track this stuff. I always like it when games, they allow me to track things that I'm going out to gather materials for, because my memory is incredibly porous. I can't remember a damn thing nowadays. Not one thing at all. The good news is my wife is the most meticulous person I've ever met, and so she kind of picks up on that failure for me. So really here at the workbench, we've got an option to make a stone axe, but we need to get 3 stones in order for that to work. The good news is they shouldn't be that hard to dig up out of the ground. I don't know where all these survival heroes are getting their intense napping skills from, because like Project Zomboid was one of the few survival games that I really feel like showed you how hard it is to like nap stones and whatnot. It takes a long time to get your napping leveled up in that title, because it is difficult. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it is a very, very real exercise in patience and dexterity. Little bit of light farming out of the way, but I think we should be good to make this axe for ourselves, which is obviously going to allow us to chop down trees and get leaves, I think is what we're looking for right now. So stone axe, get on my back. My hotkeys all nice and set up. I think we just need to like chop down some trees and advance our tech tree a little tiny bit. So if we can make that happen, maybe even off camera so that you guys don't have to see the same tree chopping that's been happening, upgrade to damage 15. Oh, we can't take them down yet. All right, well, can I at least harvest bushes or something with this? There we go. Now we've got access to leaves. Let me farm a little bit harder, and then we'll come back so that we can keep the video action-packed. So with a few more things gathered, I can learn to do novice refining, I think. So, like, where was that skill list at? That's right, I had to camp at the campfire. That's what it was. So we should have refinement now. That should allow us to get, like, wood pieces and crude cloth. What that's going to do for us, because we've got a lot of things locked by our level experience right now, I don't particularly know, but I think it may be time for us to head out and actually get out into the world and have a look and see what this post-apocalypse has waiting for us. Yeah, that is kind of weird that there's streetlights in the middle of the woods. You're not off bounds like that. What does this guy have going on? Another heretic. Or are you the guardian those blaspheming watchers whispered about? Doesn't matter. The cult of the bleeding eye has shattered your little circle and taken your precious leader. Rebirth calls me now. Praise the undying gods. Get past the barricade? I mean, is it breakable with what I have right now? It is. I already made the axe, so we can get past this. What does this little question mark say over here? Larger and sturdier objects can't be broken without tools. Yeah, we figured that one out on our own. A dodo? Come here. You want to be my friend? And by be my friend, I mean be my dinner? Huh? I bet dodo legs. There's a reason these got hunted to extinction. They must have tasted so good. I've wondered about that my entire life. And not just hunted to extinction because they're like a predator, but because they make food. That's got to be a tasty animal. They didn't domesticate them at all. They just went after them and just started murdering them. They got to be so tasty, dude. And now we'll never know because they're all extinct. Every single one. We don't get to taste that delicious. I want to know what a deep fried dodo leg tastes like, all right? I'm curious. As a fan of everything deep fried, everything that's sort of like braised, everything that's grilled, everything that has like a nice onion and garlic rub on it, man, I need to know. We need to find the village of Karkku, and I found something that looks like maybe somebody lived here at some point, although the crops look like they're overgrown. But we do have access to, what are these over here, like little leeks or something? Onions, gotcha. Dude, I should have showed you guys a picture. I grew, like, so me and my wife, we grew I didn't know how big an onion could get. We planted onions because we have, like, planters in our backyard that existed from the previous people that own this house. They got, like, these really big, expensive, like, steel planters, and there's, like, 8 of them back there. I don't know if they were trying to do, like, a survivalist thing or what, but we planted onions in there, and, dude, we grew this onion where the stalk, like, the actual little leafy parts of it, they were, like, 4 or 5 feet long, dude. It was a banger of an onion. Looks like I can grill white meat over here inside of this pot, and it looks like we can also make onion soup, so that'll work out. Definitely take care of that business because we've only got 30 HP, and like a 10 HP heal might actually come through in the end to make us a little bit more sturdy and save us from any threats that might be out here. I'm not going to hunt any further dodos, but I do need to explore and see if I can find this village, so I think I'm going to cut loose and just see if I can find the place without getting distracted. I found a map over here in this destroyed little hunting camp that says Karkku's off to the west. So that was actually a little bit easier than I expected. I thought it was going to take a bit more effort to find this place. Unfortunately, it sort of looks like there's an entire ocean in between us and Karkku. So we're going to have to figure it out, man. I don't know how to get over there. I guess question number 1 is, can I swim? I can indeed swim, but I don't know what happens when my energy meter runs out. Do I drown and instantaneously die? Why are video game protagonists always so bad at swimming? I don't know, dude. My family was Hawaiian, so, like, Hawaiians, you get thrown into the water when you're about a year and a half old, and, like, that's just it. It's like Hagogi. If you make it, you make it. And so I was on the swim team from, like, a super young age. So swimming always seems, like, crazy simple to me, but I guess video game heroes really struggle with it. I think I found it. The gate's closed. Maybe the old guy knows why. Hey, buddy. Hold it. Let me get a good look at you. You're not one of those cultists, are you? What are you even doing out here? A kidnapped watcher. I'm sure our lovely leader could answer you, but you're not getting inside the village walls that easy. Food's running low inside the walls, so bring me grilled white meat and I'll let you in. I mean, I already have that on me right now. Yeah, I already cooked that up right there, so there you go. You know, you're all right. Sorry for being mighty rude before, but things aren't great around here. I'll open the gate for you. Our leader, Brynhild, should be on the other side of the village. All right, well, let's go see Brynhild. They opened the gate for you. Yeah, dude. Give me some XP. Nice, dude. We hit level 3. I don't know what that unlocked. We got to find a campfire before I get to know or before I'll learn. But, you know, there's got to be a campfire around here somewhere. Did I get anything for level 3? We did, actually. It unlocked a couple of things. So we've got, like, a hammer over here that we can fool around with. And it looks like it gave us field dressing. So animals will drop more resources. And then over on this side, we can actually gather from berry bushes. One thing I did like about this game is that when I tried to just grab from a berry bush, sight unseen, the game was like, maybe you shouldn't do that. You don't know what the berries are. And I was like, that's a very fair point from a foraging standpoint. Incredibly fair point. What's this? Damage sponge? I get 5 hit points? Yeah, I'll take that right now. And then what is this? Endurance. So I need 5 onions and then I can upgrade my endurance. What is this right here? So we've got clothier 1 and I've got to make some crude cloth. Do I make that out of like leaves? I do in fact make it out of leaves. So we need to be gathering leaves as we cruise around the map. But before too long, let's go ahead and talk to the leader of the village and see how that helps us out. Kaori let you in, huh? Well, I hope you're just not another mouth to feed. Are you seeking shelter or something else? I see, a lost watcher. Well, you're on a fool's journey. Look beyond these walls. The lower farmlands have been overrun by monsters. Even if you somehow got past them, the cultist camp is full of heavily armed nut jobs. The camp is where they keep their prisoners. I won't stop you from trying, but you're just going to get yourself killed. Okay, all right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight Negan on these guys, and I'm going to beat one of them the hell to death with a baseball bat. And hopefully that inspires the rest of you to be dope like me. There we go. Yup, beating this one to death. I don't care about your damage, fool. Forget your damage. Sometimes you just gotta be a berserker and get on into it. That was a very rough death animation, though, right there. He just kind of goes stiff and then falls over. You're gonna want to tune that up and make it a little bit cleaner. Maybe a little bit more of that pink stuff flying all over the place. I don't know, the zombie gore. Let's gather that harvest right there. And then in the case of an apple, I get 3 health back for each one, so we'll just go ahead and chug those down real quick. We do have stones over here. I don't know if I'm gonna need them that badly, but like, I'll grab them. And then also, I wanted to chop down bushes while I was out here too. Something green over here. What is that? Is that just like a cloth? It's gotta be. Let's continue our way through the village here until we run into something that's indicative of an objective. The guy, oh, there's a zombie on the left right there. Let's get him, let's get him, let's get him. Oh, I got smacked. All right, let's fall back. I'm gonna need a better weapon if we want to make this work. Does the game pause while I'm in? Oh, it absolutely does not. Oh, there's 2 of them. What happens if I fall back to the village? Do they have like their own guards that'll like protect me? Like, is this like an MMO style situation? Also, can I harvest the dead guy? What is that right there? Boundless dust. Finely milled eternal residue. It's dry, reactive, and dangerously volatile. A key reagent for explosives. Yup, that's what I need. Just run around chucking dynamite at everybody. That's the energy that I bring to the party out here. I very much agree with the acquisition of explosives. Let me eat some food real fast, though, because I'm kind of like beat to hell. That's going to be the last of my food, however. So, like, oh, the axe hurts these guys way more. I keep hitting the space bar to dodge. I don't know what game I must have been playing recently, but dodge must have been on the space bar because I keep instinctually going back to hitting the space bar to dodge. All right, so this area is pretty much cleared out. Let me pick it clean and see what I can find around here, and then we'll go back to the village, and hopefully we'll have enough resources to like put together some armor, maybe put together a little bit more food, maybe buy some new skills. There's a lot of things to be done right now. We have a very busy itinerary. Looks like the southern gate is kind of like mucked up with roots, and so I don't think I can go that way, but that's probably why they're giving me explosive powder right now. So let's head back to the base, and once we're back inside of there, because this village is my base now, I claim it. Actually, can I go inside this house? What's inside the house? Anything good? I need that dithering to happen again, though I can't see what I'm swinging at right now. Looks like just a bunch of wood inside of here, which doesn't have me, like, crazy excited. I can get that from just about anywhere. Let's go back to the crafting bench. I don't think we managed to bake ourselves a new level up, but we did make it to the gate. The only way to reach the cultist camp is by the southern gate. Yeah, I kind of, like, extrapolated that right now. But it's time to see what I can accomplish as far as unlocks go. So what you got for me, campfire? What do you have burning deep down inside of you in the embers? Let's grab ourselves. We're definitely going to need some kind of armor because we're taking too much damage right now. So we'll go ahead and take that, and then from there, I needed to like invent that, but that's going to take a little bit more cloth. That's okay because I can do that fairly easily. Just by coming over to the workbench and making that happen. So how much cloth can I make right now? A lot of it. That's good because I do need a lot of cloth. And then from there, I can make commoner's pants, which is going to give me armor points. And then we've got a commoner's shirt. It didn't leave us with a whole lot of cloth left to work with, but a couple of armor points probably wouldn't hurt. So let's throw that on real fast. And just like that, we are dressed immersively with the rest of the people in the realm. We now blend in. We're no longer a strange outsider. We're rocking the exact same stuff that they have, so hopefully that'll work out. So back in the saddle, I spent a little bit of time farming on the overworld map. I think we're ready to advance our character a little bit. Like, I've been trying to pre-farm everything just in anticipation for whatever new resource dump they're going to force me to interact with. But along the way, I managed to hit level 4. Which undoubtedly means that we've got a bunch more stuff that we've got to unlock here. Yeah, we've got something on that side. So what is that right there? Sling crafting. We can actually get a ranged weapon. That wouldn't be the worst idea. Let's just unlock that now so that we have it ready to go. We've got a shield over on this side. I think that's also a really fantastic idea. Looks like we've got hammer crafting over here. I don't know if the hammers are going to be for quarrying or if they're going to be for building, but either way, we're more than likely going to need them. It looks like we need to get restful camping over here too. So let me squeeze off a couple of rolls of cloth. I did my best while I was out in the game world to get myself a whole bunch of leaves, so I should be able to do something here. But it looks like actually, there we go. Give me as much cloth as we can stack up. Leather cords I can make out of some hides that I found while I was wandering around. I don't know what it is, and I shouldn't touch it. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It might be somebody else's stuff, too. And we don't know what the penalty is in this new culture for touching other people's stuff. it might be death. So sometimes you just got to keep your head down. What do we have for the berry gathering? We need 10 leaves for that. For those, I need 4 chickens in order to get more resources out of the dodos. And then these guys over here, in order to get a fishing rod, I'm going to need some more cloth. So it seems like we've definitely got our work cut out for us. We've also got the artisan's craft over here, which I can unlock so I can upgrade my equipment. Hell yeah, dude. I keep seeing things that are like, you can't harvest this until you have this amount of damage. So like, it feels to me like maybe I should be upgrading that stuff. That's not levelable, but if I put that back inside my bag, what about you? So if I get enough rocks and I get enough cloth, I can upgrade the damage on it by 5 each time that we go through, and it's going to give us more bleeding chance. I don't think that I've popped a single bleed so far. So yeah, dude, let me work on this. So after a little bit of gathering, I've got ourselves some new equipment. So we've got ourselves a sling, we've got ourselves a hammer. That'll hopefully break new things, because I have run into some stuff out in the game world that's like, oh, you can't gather this with this tool. But I did find myself a cave that we can dive down into. So it looks like there's like an optional cave or something off on the other side of the map. So I figure we go after that, because I gotta go outside and I gotta beat up dodos anyways. So like, why worry about it? Let's just hit all of those things all in one big streak. So up to the left over here, there's like a little beach area. I pretty much stripped it of everything valuable because it kind of felt like that's what I was supposed to be doing. Hey, I can gather rocks now? That's great, dude. I like gathering rocks. That's gonna be a whole lot easier than like running around the map and trying to find the damn things. But I gotta upgrade my damage for some of it. Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan. Are any of these breakable? I gotta get used to, I'm kind of in that phase right now where I haven't memorized the graphics of the things that I can harvest from, but I do appreciate the fact that harvesting in this game is quite a bit quicker than in other games. Like, I don't get locked into an animation or anything else when I decide to like gather from a stone or whatever else. Like, I like that you kind of just like bang bang smash it out. But here's the cave. I don't know if there's gonna be something bad inside of it or something good inside of it, but I figured it'll probably be worth investigating. So we've got like a gate over there. Looks like we've got a treasure chest all the way at the end, like a little bit of a jumping puzzle. Let me gather anything that I can gather while I'm inside of here. I also don't know how my sling works. Oh, I take it out and I like get it whipping. Does it cost me anything to throw like a sling stone? Like, is it costing me my rocks when I do this? I think it is. It kind of looks like it. I've got like, there's a little ammo counter down there next to the sling in the bottom right, so if I see anything around here, there's TVs. Guess I can't gather those yet, but anywhere that I can grab a rock or two will be helpful, and I'm a little bit low on cloth, so we may as well gather that while we're down here too. Looks like we got a crate of onions on this side, and I think I needed like 5 onions in order to upgrade my stamina, so that to me feels worthwhile. We'll jump across there, and let's get our treasure chest. What's in here? Oh, we've got money, like actual actionable gold. Hell yeah, a piece of metal used for trading. I don't think I've found a trader yet, but then again, I haven't really talked to everybody inside the village either. I suppose that I've been a little tiny bit antisocial. Like, I broke down their gate and like rocked into the center of their village and then just like didn't greet anybody or say hi. I was just like, listen, I'm the hero, deal with it, punk. In other directions, it doesn't really look like I've been east just yet, so in the pursuit of finding more resources and stuff that I can fool around with, I think I'm just gonna head in that direction. I also wanted to gather berries for the first time because the game has like these weaponized achievements inside of it, and I haven't found where I can see what those are, but I have been getting giant infusions of XP just from doing random tasks. So like kill 5 enemies, you know what I mean? Chop down like 10 stumps, destroy 100 objects, and it gives you a pretty large amount of XP for doing that stuff. So I'm kind of cool with playing. What is this thing over here? Is this the thing that's like corrupting the realm? Why is there a bus here? It seems like it's pulsating and spreading some kind of growth, just like I saw back at the house. Can I interact with it and like break it? it doesn't say that I need a new tool. Oh, I need a different type of tool. So the hammer didn't do it, and the axe also did not do it. So I'm guessing it's probably like a pickaxe, right? Let me kill this dodo real quick, though, while we're over here, because I needed 4 of the dodo things in order to get the dodo upgrade that makes us get more dodo stuff, more dodo goods, and so, like, I would like to have that. These are for stamina and also for making soups. That way I can heal myself as we get further on into the game. I somehow doubt that I'm going to be able to... Oh, I was able to jump back. All right, that's good. It looks like there's maybe like a lumber camp or something to our left. So let's go have a look at that and see if there's anything useful laying around here. There is a book. What does that say? The workers say the shrine near the camp gives them a sense of safety, but they still refuse to cut trees near the cursed ground with the metal box. I can't say that I blame them. It's not like, it's just a bus, you know what I mean? Like, I get that it's terrifying to you guys, but it's actually for children, so don't panic too hard. It also looks like there's another, like, landmass down to the south, so we might give that a look so long as it doesn't lead us into, like, horrible throes of danger. Then again, I got my sling stone right now, dude. I'm ready to get my David and Goliath on. So let's head to the south and see if we can make that jump. Like, where is... So it's off this way. Looks like it is a bit of a drop down. I don't know how we're going to get back up. Maybe we got to follow the beach back there. But it did lead me to further dodos, which will make life a little bit simpler. I wanted to check, does the hammer work on that? So I need 25 damage. And does that say different tool? Okay, so the hammer's for salvaging. Like, it's going to let us break down scrap. We also got a bunch more apples over here. And seeing as I'm crazy low on anything that heals me, I am going to pick that up. There is a chest over on this side of the island. So maybe I'll check that out. It's got hides. I mean, I always need more hides. And then we've got a lucky horseshoe that'll give us critical hit chance. Yeah, I can live with that. Let me jump into my inventory real fast, and we'll just equip that right this second so that we get, like, occasional crits every now and again. What is that thing? I don't know what it is yet, and I shouldn't touch it. Can I mark the map to denote that that's down there? Like, is that a thing that I can do? I would like the ability to put little symbols on the map. That way I know what I'm working around, and I can remember some of these points of interest after I've been out of the area for a while. This is going to be with a pickaxe, right? Oh, upgrade your damage to 13. Okay, so I don't need the pickaxe. I can just jump off this, but seeing as I don't know how to get back, it may be time for us to just accept that maybe we need to go back to camp and upgrade some of our stuff. It seems like upgrading damage values is going to be really important in this game as you get further and further in. There's kind of like a little jumping puzzle over here that I found like over in this area that'll reward us with a chest if we can get into it. I do like little things like this that inspire exploration and make the player want to look around a little bit more. Unfortunately, it was only cloth, but I did want to point that out because little things like that are good. They add a little bit of freshness. They add a little bit of crunch to the game world where you can be excited about finding a thing and then solving it real fast in order to get access to a resource or maybe some kind of benefit or trinket or weapon or whatever else that you might have otherwise missed. And so I'm pretty happy with that right there. I think we're about done with our excursion out into the game world. I think I just need to figure out, what does this guy do? Does this guy do anything? The trader left a while before the monsters show up. I hope he's all right. It's been years of bad omens. First the strange objects start appearing, then the island splits, and now the cultists. And I did mention the monsters, didn't I? Yeah, I think you touched on that briefly. I think we're probably going to have to rescue the trader. He's probably inside the cultist camp. But we do have things available right now that I can upgrade. So over here, I just needed some stones and some other stuff. So now we've got a level 2 axe, which I think is good. Then I needed to go through my camping menu and figure out what stuff I can unlock for right now. So with the dodos, I need 4 cooked chickens. Okay, I need to go to the cooking pot then in order to make that function for us. But we do have the onions in order to get endurance plus 5, so that'll be nice as well. I didn't level up while I was out in the field, so unfortunately that's not going to help us out too much. But the good news is that we're completely caught up on all of the things that we need to unlock here. Let me make some more grilled white meat because I've got a ton of those laying around. I'll probably make some jam too because it's possible that that might unlock a new skill. And I do like the way that finding new materials does unlock new things on the grid that helps you advance further on into the game. Like, they really do have incentives in here that are encouraging you to get out into the game world and discover things. So like, we can tell right here, we've got something for level 4 or lower. We just haven't found what it is out in the game world. Probably metal would be my assumption, because it looks like there's metal things that we can break that are not that hard to find. I just haven't been able to bring in the stones yet in order to upgrade the stuff that I need to upgrade, like my hammer. I did take the time to like gather up like 1 billion stones from randomly around the map, and so I think that'll help out, but it looks like I need leather hide strips too before we can carry this any further. The good news is I have hides, so that should get us at least up to tier 2 on our weapons. So let's take our axe up to tier 3. There we go. So our stone axe is now at tier 3. It would be nice if the graphic changed a little bit though, every single time that you upgraded it. And then from there, I wanted to see what I could throw at this. So we've got the hammer good to go. Hammer's good to go. And what does level 4 take? Level 4 is going to take copper wire. Doesn't really matter because at tier 3, we are now doing 18 damage, which should really open up the field of what we're able to gather and craft out here in the game world. So like, is that stuff? That needs 25 in order to be busted up. But I swear to God, oh, we found plastic. Well, that's good. A moldable material. Okay. Is plastic the thing that we were looking for our tech tree? Unfortunately, it was not what we were looking for. But I did want to run around the map, so there's got to be a material that we're missing right now. And like, there are things laying around like up at the lumber camp and whatnot that were not breakable until we had higher damage available. And so almost like an iterative puzzle step to the game too, where you're trying to figure out the next thing that you have to harvest without running into problems. I could check and see if we could break into the cultist village now that we have our hammer upgraded. That might be the next logical stopgap for us. And so maybe I'll head down there and see. Can I break this now? I can. Okay, so that gets us access to a new area. And it looks like everything's kind of getting petrified along the way. Someone left tools lying around and I should make use of them. I will see if that works. We can now make a construction kit. You can't expect there to be camps around every corner, so you have to build your own from this place forward. But let's carry on forward and see what we find around here. Can I chop down trees with these upgrades? I'm now two-shotting dodos, which is really, really great. So I made it through the southern gate. Did I have to go back and talk to her? Or like, what am I looking for here? It looks like we have to loop around to the cultist village, possibly. I found their gate. Hey, weirdo, you're trespassing on our land. The way is already shut, so scram. Your blood will flow as an offering to the undying gods if you take one more step inside our territory. Upgrade your weapons at a grindstone. Can I break that right now? I can. I'm all up in your camp, fool. I'm in here. Eat that rock straight to the face. Get stunned. Ow! Oh, he's got dodge rolls too. My man's got moves. All right, well, there's a cultist down. I've committed my first murder. Hell yeah, now we're gaming. What would gaming be without murder, dude? I don't need these, like, cozy experiences where they're like, there's zero combat. Absolutely not. Never. You will never get that from me. I like to fight. We like to brawl around here. But let's make our way through the cultist camp and I'll give you my closing thoughts here. I think the closing thoughts are actually going to be pretty simple though, because this is one of those games that's perfectly fine. The entire time that I've been playing it, it's a by-the-numbers survival sandbox that's obviously going to have some base building. You make a stone axe, all that kind of stuff. It's got all the things that are expected from something inside of this genre. Thus far, in the first 35 minutes, it hasn't really diverged from that paint-by-numbers construction. But also, it hasn't really had any technical problems. It hasn't had any crashes. It hasn't had any issues. It's a perfectly competent game. It has neither offended, upset, nor has it blown my socks off entirely. It's perfectly fine. We'll have to wait and see how it diverges further on in and if it gets any mechanics that are going to be outside the ordinary of what we've seen before, but I will say that what I do like right now is I actually like how you have to go out and gather stuff, and then it unlocks more things on the tree as you catalog more objects. I like the item upgrading so that they get stronger so that you can dismantle larger and larger things, but from there, I would have to see quite a bit more of the game before I could make a call on it. It's definitely going to need something that breaks it apart from all the other sort of make a stone axe survival games out there, and we haven't seen it yet. They do seem to be doing some world building. There does seem to be notes and like shrines and things of that nature around. I'm interested in seeing what the gearing looks like as we get further on, but at this point, like 35, I guess I've been playing actually for about like an hour, but anyways, it'll edit down much shorter than that. From what I've seen so far, it has neither blown my hair back nor has it done anything that makes me think, yeah, I don't want to play this. So it's in an okay position right now, but I need to see a little bit more. I think the enemy animations are a little bit stiff when it comes to the attacking and the dying, but that's like the main thing that jumped out at me so far as being like, okay, that needs like some improvement. But anyways, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were checking out Dysplaced. Tomorrow, I'll be checking out something else. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's all I got for you, folks. Bye.